Ah, okay, I know now why there's no sound. It was a mute. This is the Arab technology. All right, sorry guys. I took the microphone off and put it on again, but I did not notice that it was a mute. So you hear me now? All right, shalom everybody. How's everybody doing? Everything's good. I'm going for a walk. I have no business to do really, you know. Like nobody contact me today yet, so we can walk and see. I think Jay and Doc were traumatized by that mess. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean about David Wood? You know, I told them don't do it. But you know, the voice of wise always is going to be killed by the foolishness of man. What the benefit of this, you know, broadcast? Really, what benefit? Right? I told them don't do it. We know this guy is an idiot, but now you know you make it worse. I know. Honestly, I'm disgusted. It's just a stupid podcast showing that we are not surrounded by mature people. Is that like a competition who sin more? Like you said this thing about me, okay, I'm going to show you more. What is the maturity? You know? What benefit will do to people to go and say, I did this and that? I mean, we know that David Wood was a criminal. He's not hiding that. He was in prison. Not because he was a good guy, obviously. Prison, not just jail, you know. And I think he said he stayed in jail for more than 10 years. So you can imagine what kind of crimes he has done. But do we need to go in details? Now everybody will start mocking him, even though he is coming clear with his guilt. But that did not help. Right? It doesn't matter what he have done. I mean, I'm saying this guy is not hiding it. He was in jail. He keeps saying that when I was in prison, I was in prison. So he's not a person you will be shocked to know that he have done many bad things. When you stay in a prison for 10 years, not 10 months, that means God knows how bad it is, right? So we know, but you do not need to give us details. It's enough that you are honest and saying, you know, I was a bad guy. But then he go to details, which is not going to be helpful at all. Can we see the street? There's nothing but street, my friend. What do you want to see? Cars, street, nothing. You like to see streets? Yeah, actually, there's like whatever bad things about this guy. I have respect for one thing. From someone, maybe the most loser, to someone who have a PhD. I mean, that is something, right? Whatever you say about him. So obviously, you know, this guy, he went through horrible family, as he described them. All his family died by drugs. His mother, his brother, his father was abusive, obviously. Sorry for the noise, but I have no choice, you know. However, all of this, there was no need for it, and it is not wise. And I warned them, but who listened to Christian Prince? Nobody. Don't do it, but who care? Still they want to do it. But you know, maybe the only benefit now, you guys, you know, that this guy Shamshon is not only an idiot. He is, you know, he have a poison, he have a demon in his heart. He keep chasing them, chasing the guy. This guy, you know, he himself, he called himself psychopath, right? And he keeps chasing him. Those kind of people, they don't fear you, you know. They, you know, actually, I mean, even when his son died, he don't look sad, you know. This is telling you what kind of a person he is. He's different. You know, second day he was laughing. Yesterday, his son passed away. So this stupid Shamshon, who is mentally ill, obviously, he keep chasing, attacking when he is really, he have a house made of glass. And you know, like, I don't want them to expose his private life, because I believe this is low behavior. But I was shocked that the stupid Shamshon himself is showing us what his wife, she is saying to him in text. He's threatening her. If she don't give him this and support him in that against the wood, he have her pictures, he have her videos. I mean, what kind of a filthy scumbag he is. But anyway, this is now history. Right? And whatever they have done today, you cannot fix it, that's it. So now all the Muslims will chase David Wood. They will say, call him pedophile, they will call him. So why you did that? I mean, we know you commit crimes and bad. What for? It wasn't wise. It wasn't smart. It is not right. If I confess sin and I don't tell it to everybody in the internet, not because I love my sin, but because sin is a personal issue between you and God and the one you hurt. So you can confess your sin in a church, in a person who you trustworthy, because confession is very helpful to redeem yourself. In the same time, you feel better because you have like a guilt in your shoulder and you feel guilty, you feel bad. Many veterans he get in prison. What does that mean? Well, you know, Shamshon is an idiot, there's no question about that. For me, if it is, I don't know, I mean, David is not stupid. He knows what he is doing. But for me, all of this is just not smart. Well, how that will help anybody, you know? But you know, Christian Prince is not a smart person. So who wanna listen to him? Poor guy. He's stupid. Shamshun, he said he is going to sue. In fact, they can sue him. His wife, she can sue him. They have evidence that he is threatening her life on air. All the texts he showed by himself. He's an idiot, you know. I have degrees in law, you know that. And he is the one who started doing those things, and they use his words. So how he can sue them, the idiot? Anyway, you can sue anybody if you want. But the end will be not what you expect. All right. And you know, the other thing is, David Wood, he knew that this guy is wicked. So why you know, he said because he tried to help him. Maybe it will change. In the Middle East we have a say, if you put, let me see if I can find a road which is less noisy, but that will take me so far. Anyway, in the Middle East we say, if you put a tail of a dog in a frame for 1,000 years, frame to straight it out, to make it straight tail. After 1,000 years, if you take the frame off, the tail of the dog will bend again. So a person who grew up this way, he will never change. Right? Like imagine when this guy, Shamshun, in his video, which played by David Wood, said to somebody, whatever this person is, I'm going to sodomize you. How in the world someone, he mentioned the name of Christ a minute after, and he said to somebody, I'm going to sodomize you. And then they still say to you, this guy is a Christian minister. They say I'm a bad person because I call people potatoes. Idiots. Right? I call them potatoes. Right. But anyway, it's bad and good in the same time. You know, bad because all those wicked Muslims now will use whatever they say there. It's good that people know who is who. Me, myself, I tried to, I made 3 videos actually asking them not to do it. One of them I deleted because the sound was very bad, and then the video stuck for 8 hours even though I'm not there. Like it keep running, but I'm not even in the internet because I lost electricity. But nobody will listen. And we cannot say they did not get my message because AP himself, he left a message for my previous video, right? I guess you saw it. Saying thank you for your wisdom. But why they did not? I'm thinking because they knew this guy will never stop. And they have to do something about him. And I'm sure there's way more garbage to come. And this guy now, he will go into his rabid moods. But for me, this is not, that's not the way to solve it. But you know, like, you see why I refuse when people, they say, CP, God bless your ministry. Because you do not know people who they are. And I don't want people to think of me highly. I can assure you, none of what those things we heard there is me. I will never do it. Yeah, that was wicked. But even that word, like ministry, I feel it's offensive for me, because I'm not qualified to, like Paul, he had ministry. Peter, me? I mean, how in the world? Who am I? So I don't like those words, because it gives you a rank, and it labels you as a good guy. And I refuse that label, because I know deep in my heart that the word good is something very, very hard to achieve. You sin in your mind, you sin with your anger, you sin, you know, in many ways. So always for me, I fight those titles, I refuse them. I don't go in public and say, hey Jesus, I don't pray 5 minutes, 10 minutes in public, because I consider such an act is additional act of hypocrisy. And this is what Jesus said, when you pray, you go to your closet. So for me, when I see somebody praying in public and exaggerating in his prayer, for me, I have like an alarm, like we, this guy is not good. I have to run, traffic light open. Is my voice getting good? Yeah, you know, in my life, I was like a troublemaker. I fight, I have guns, but I never oppressed a human being. Never. In fact, all my fight, it was to defend somebody. Never to defend myself. And there is a reason for that, you know. When people knows that you are not an easy cookie, they avoid you. They go after the weak one. Will you be going back to Ukraine? I am in Ukraine right now. But leaving soon. Just we will finish with this rehab center, and I'm leaving. Yeah. Life full of stories, but try your best not to make your story one of the worst. Right? Be vigilant, otherwise you will end with this garbage. And this is why, if you notice, this is why I don't associate with any, because the second you associate with someone is bad, and one day people discover how bad he is, you will be painted by his paint. You know what I mean? I don't go live with others. I don't accept invitation of others. Like I saw in the chat today, I was saying to David Wood, do it, don't do it. And then some people start saying, put CP on the stage. If they invite me, I will not go up. I don't want to be part of such a, you know, it's a low position. There's no honor. Invite me, if you are unable to conquer Abdul, I will go, but not to be in a channel as a guest. Yeah, I went there and I told them don't do it. You know, in the beginning, when I saw they are playing his video, I said, okay, that's good. I mean, at least this is what he said. He exposed himself. But then they went, you know, farther for private stuff, and that I don't like, about his ex-wife. And it was enough to show people. I mean, his own video. I mean, imagine how stupid he is. He's showing you how he texts his wife and how he is threatening her. To do what? To help him against Wood. I mean, the woman, she left him long a time ago. Regardless if she was good or bad, she's married now. I think she have kids too. Each time something happened, he go and he attack his wife, ex-wife. She should put restraining order by the court against him, so he will never contact her, he will never text her, he will never get close to her physically. She should. Yeah, she should. And then if he keep harassing her, this guy, he like to own people, you know, like I own you. And you know, people judge. People love to judge right away. So the woman, she left him, right? Biblically, if a woman, she leave the husband, she is committing sin. If the man, he leave the wife, she is committing sin. But always, we have to take into consideration what kind of husband he is. So she have to be an angel to stay with him. He sounds like Muhammad for me, actually. You have always to say, Shamshun, peace be upon him. Even if he is the same as Muhammad. Europe will be Islamic, mashallah. My friend, even your Islamic country are not became Muslims. Did you see what the president of Syria is doing now? Did you see Abdul? We will have an airport in the heart of Damascus. The biggest airport built by military in Syria will be given to the American. And you are talking about Islamic potato? Isn't it the Quran says take not Christians and Jews as the friends and the protectors, and if you do, you are one of them. So those are your friends, the so-called mufakhideen, mujahideen. They are giving the biggest airport in Syria to the American. Just wait for the news, Abdul. We will celebrate that. I might go and join the army there for a party. What do you think? Flying all the way to the heart of Damascus and standing in the middle of the airport of Damascus, which is President Trump airport, peace be upon him, praising Jesus, condemning Muhammad and the Mujahideen surrounding the airport. Mufakhideen. Huh? All of you are a bunch of thugs. Hypocrite coward. Did you see Mamdani yesterday putting his head down in front of a Christian minister, and they are saying to him, in the name of Jesus, and his head is down like a baby. Did you see the video? Watch my video yesterday. All right. Yeah, obviously this Jolani, he's a CIA agent, absolutely. He was their man, you know. They trained him, they supported him. They put him, I believe, they put him in the wanted list to convince the terrorist that he is really top. He should be their top leader. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I'm a Muslim now, they put me in the top list, wanted list, what that will tell the Christians? Christian Prince must be the top. Right? Yeah, top wanted list. $10 million for his head, not 10,000. But all this time, the Americans, they never hunted him down. They knew where he is. They knew where he lived. The guy go in the street in public, and they never hurt his ass. Yeah. Anyway, you know, sometimes we go upset. I mean, like, why in the world Trump supporting those terrorists, right? But if you know what is behind the scene, you might change your mind. I'm not saying this is a good idea. I believe that supporting evil will end always bad. American before supported Osama bin Laden too. Did not end good. Right? So I'm against that, you know. Any question you have for me? How bad the sound? Is it so noisy? Is it very noisy? A bit? Yeah, I need to buy voice, I mean the Bluetooth with the noise cancelling. But what we can do for now, I am traveling, and here things are like any electronic here is expensive. I guess the government, they put tax, you know. Yeah. But thank God, electricity is coming back, you know. I became an electric engineer. All my building, they have no electricity, even though electricity is there. I was wondering, how come you see electricity in the box? You know the box, your switches, where you have switches. I mean, it's there, but nobody have light. Nobody have. They have like a chat group for the building where you live. The owner of the apartment, he said to me, oh, join the chat group there, maybe you can ask them. Because he himself, he don't live there, he never lived there, he rent the place. He said, ask them, do they have electricity there? So I asked them, they said, no, we don't. I said, how come? Because we have electricity, you know, I mean, in the box, the light is on. How come there is no power? They said because the voltage is not stable. So sometimes the voltage is up, sometimes it's down. I said, okay. So I had to do some experiment, and I was able to fix it. So I posted in their chat, hey, if you want to have light, electricity in your apartment, do this. For sure, I'm posting in Ukrainian, you know, I don't speak the language. I use ChatGPT to translate. And then everybody is saying, thank you, how you could do that? Are you electric engineer? And then I said, yeah, I am. So all those years, those guys, they when something like this happened, they use their batteries. Until Christian Prince come to town. All right. So I was able to figure out how in the voltage, how you can lower the voltage when it's high. You know, they have a voltage regulator. So if the voltage is too high, this regulator will not let it go through, so you have no electricity. Same when the voltage is low, it's not going to be safe for your equipment. So I was able to find out how to adjust the voltage in the box. Yeah. Anyone here, he come and he say, Catholic don't follow God, Protestant don't follow God. Don't force me to block you. You can call me names if you want. You can, but don't say stupid things. Like, do you follow God yourself, Mr. Hero? The one who says Catholic don't follow God? Are you a God man? Huh? Like, what do? You wanna call me and tell me why you follow God and they don't follow God? Because they have icon? Do you have icon at home? All of you have icons. Icons is not necessarily a picture of Mary. It can be something else. It can be money. It can be wealth. It can be alcohol. It can be anything. But you love to present yourself. You are the same Shamshun. Like, I'm a good guy, they are bad guys. Right? You are coming from above. Are you coming from above and we are from below? Do you claim to be Jesus? Huh? If you are coming from above, well, I understand then, because you must be God. You can say they have some wrong teaching. They can say the same to you. You have some wrong teaching. But don't say they are not Christians. That's shameful. All right? Look like the problem, if like we have always here, that everybody is casting stones, right? You can be a good person with the word good between two brackets by correcting some Christians about some answers, like when debate Muslims that they say I said something not correct. You can correct me, because you're a good guy. Oh, there's a checkpoint here. Let us see. They might ask me for my ID. I have my passport. All right. There's a bunch of policemen, big number. I'm not sure why. And I think if they hear me speaking English, they might stop me. I will be silent for a second. Is that good? Okay. They did not ask me for anything. They are wearing masks, heavily armed. Yeah. Christian Prince is gone mad. Really? Is that what you think? Who's saying I gone mad? So what? What's wrong with gone mad? This is what they say to Jesus when, when they could not understand what he's saying. He says, he must be a mad person. Huh? When Jesus said, before Abraham I am, what the Jews thought about him, he must be mad. How he is not even 50 years old, and he say, before Abraham I am. Correct? Yeah. A wise man for the fool is mad. And I'm really offended that those police did not stop me because I look like a terrorist. I should fire them actually if I'm the boss. How come? They should suspect and check me out. Where you are going in the early morning? Just for a walk. I like walking. Go back to Chesna to check me out. Actually, those Ukrainian forces are very, I mean, their look is very intimidating, by the way. They are, because their bodybuilding is, they are massive. Here, 6 foot tall is short. If you are 6 foot, you are short. You are not tall. This is the height of girls. You might see here an extreme sizes you never saw all your life. Sometimes I wonder how their mother should give birth to them. You know? The text is too fast to read. Okay, hold on. Christian friends, Jesus said, forgive your enemies, and you are not forgiving your brother Sham. Well, my friend, this is not about forgiveness. And he is not my enemy. Guys, did I say ever he is my enemy? I never. I always say, tell me who's your enemy, I will tell you who you are. He's too small to be my enemy, that's number one. Number two, I believe he's mentally ill. So this is why I was asking them not to do this broadcast. Because he's mentally ill. If somebody is mentally ill, this is not how he will go more mad, you know, he's mentally ill. So he is not my enemy, never was, and he will never be. He's not fit to be an enemy. Enemy is someone, like you have to be first equal to you. And when I say equal, I mean you have to be wise, mature. I'm not talking about age or size. That's enemy. Plus, he is the one who attacked me. I never attacked him. I exposed the Pope. And because previously I confront him about Israel and Hamas, he supports Hamas. Obviously, he's mentally ill. There's no Christian, he claimed to be Christian, he would do that. Right? This guy, he make enemies, he love it. I think he do those kind of videos. The second you don't praise him, glorify him, say you're a wonderful, great man, and, you know, take his calls, he get mad and he will bite you. And that is his mental illness, self-worship. Yeah. Plus he's a liar. And I can prove that easy, that he lied. Yeah. While I'm walking, should I sit down? You didn't approve me walking, is that okay? Please forgive me. While you are walking down the street, la 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 la, la 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 la. Anyway, you know, people, they have to make decision. You listen to who? Now you heard what you heard. It's up to you. Who you think he can be, someone to help you to learn something. For me, all those channels is not my type, you know. I continue what I do best, and I stay away from all the names you know. And I think now you understand the reason. That it's very wise and very smart to disconnect from anyone, because you don't know what is behind the curtain. Sheep, wolves, and religion is used always by wolves because they are smarter. They, like they knew how to control the mind of the, let's say, the decent one. I don't want to use the word naive, but you have a decent heart and you are a loving, good person, and they present themselves in an image of a sheep, but in reality they are wolves. So I stay away from everyone, not because everyone is bad, but we do not know who is and who is not. And by the time you find out, it's going to be too late. Like, aren't you shocked today about what you heard? The video of Sam Shamoun threatening his wife. I mean, look how stupid he is. He's posting a video by his own, threatening his wife, saying to her, I have your pictures, I have your videos, you need to do this. That's alone telling you how wicked he is. That's not a godly man. I do not need, this is why I told David Wood actually in the chat, I don't know if you saw it, I told him, let us stop here, that's enough. I believe everybody's convinced, but they did not listen, they continue. And then they went to his wife, and the stuff he did to her. For me, I was disgusted. I did not hear really about what Apostle Prophet said about himself. I did not continue listening, I went only at the end to see if they are still alive. And I heard little part of David Wood saying things, which is not pleasant. Yeah, I know, like, I understand that David Wood is saying publicly how bad he is. And the guy did not lie to us. He said many times he was a criminal, right? He said that many times. And he said he'd been in jail for prison, 10 years. I mean, 10 years mean you committed a very horrible crime. So why you will be surprised? 10 years is not. I mean, the guy, he go out, go in, get out, But still you have to admire about him that from someone coming from a very junky family, and he described it this way, not me. His mother died because of drugs. His brother died because of drugs. I mean, the whole family have an infestation. Imagine yourself, you are born of such a family. Any one of you will not turn good. Because, when you grow between weeds and you are just a kid, you will turn usually to be a weed like them. Because everything around you is wrong. You learn wrong. You don't have parents to guide you. You don't have normal parents. Their parents are always in their sleep, snoring, having drugs, fighting, So you can imagine what kind of a childhood he have. And this is why I don't really judge him much in what he have done. Even you can say it's disgusting, right? When you hear it. But I'm not defending him, by the way. I'm just saying to you, think about it this way. You are born of such a family, very junky, very trashy. I mean, the word junk is not even enough to describe it. They die is because they die. I mean, this is how horrible their situation is because of the drugs. This guy, his life is about how to survive, how he will survive in such an, wicked community. To be wicked. So I respect that he is coming clean about what he have done, but still he should not do it, in public like this. None of the business of people. Okay, you say to the guys, I committed horrible crimes. That's it. There's no need to give details. Because now the mockers, they will go after him and they will mock him forever. Right? But so what the benefit of this? I don't see a benefit. I don't see. There's too many armed forces around me here. There is something happening. Usually I don't see such a number. Let us see if those guys will check me out too. They are just in front of me. Each one of them is in the size of a truck. I have my passport with me, so. No, they are not. Yeah. When people they ask me questions, here we go, they did not even check me out. I don't know why. Something wrong with me? Did I become handsome? That's weird. This is the second checkpoint. Yeah, but there is something today. Maybe they are expecting something from the Russian because they are sending men to penetrate like a community and attacking certain areas. So obviously there is something. If you are good looking, CP just admitted it is time. What do you mean? Well, good looking? I'm not good looking. I'm saying, did I become good looking? Why in the world? I did not say I'm good looking. If I have the camera on, you will bite your tongue and take it back. This is the only sin I can convince for you for now. This is why I'm single. If I ask a woman, do you like to marry me? She said, what? Why? Why? There's no men left in town. Huh? Unless you like hamburger and McDonald's, If people want in the size of a truck, which means they have good diet, but Ukraine is poor country. You see, Ukraine is maybe they have a poor income, but Ukraine is not poor country. This is why they are fighting over Ukraine. Why Trump, he forced them to sign 50% deal for minerals. Why Putin want to take all that area? Because of minerals. So anyone says to you Ukraine is poor, is ignorant. In fact, the bread around the world became expensive because of Ukraine. If the war is over, your bread and your table will be half a price. Guys, who remember the price of bread before the war in Walmart? You get a big loaf, big one, in the size of your arm, for $1. Is that correct? Now it is half the size of the previous one, and I think it's $2. Correct? Many wars happen in the Middle East because of the bread of Ukraine, especially in Africa, because they depend on cheap bread. Egypt almost collapsed. they start taking mortgage from the international bank, because they cannot even cover, you know, bread in Egypt is just like the most essential thing to have. Poor people, they have to, maybe 70% of their meal is bread. So the government, they have to sponsor the bread to keep it cheap. And that caused them almost to go bankrupt. Actually, they went bankrupt. So they take a mortgage, loan after loan. That because of the war of Ukraine. All right? If you're 6 foot in India, then you are a giant. Average, I don't know what people are talking about. But you have wrong idea about Ukraine is poor. I believe this country is very rich. They have the most fertile ground you can imagine. Amazing land. If you eat tomato here, you will never like tomato anywhere else. This is not my music. They have a music here in the park. I'm trying to stay away from it, otherwise YouTube will flag us. Yeah, I'm 7 foot before tax. After tax, I'm 3. All right. Is it true that Ukraine and Russia is Gog and Magog? First of all, my friend, did you ever read the Bible about Gog and Magog? This is about a king and a land. It's not a nation. I am sure you are under the influence of the Abdul. Don't be a potato. Some Indian in the stream cursing you. So what? That's good. As long as they don't leave curry behind, I'm fine with it. Because then who is going to clean the curry? All right. CP is a petite person, absolutely. Still taller than you. Lord have mercy. Christian Prince is not getting any response from Muslims, so he's getting